In today's episode, a shower will rev, Jeremy Clarkson will cry, and a grandpa will spit facts. If you play BeamNG, you may think that this is a rocket-powered bus, but no, this is a natural gas-powered bus. The hissing sound you can hear is the pressure relief valve releasing the compressed gas. Without it, there would be a big explosion. This happened back in April this year in Italy, and nobody was hurt. Ever since I got my Lexus LS400, I have kind of become a Lexus fanboy. But here's a car that probably everyone is a fan of, the Lexus LFA. A car that, according to Jeremy Clarkson, is the best car he has driven, and a car that sounds like a white animal that is sad about something. Like for example, getting its paw stuck. Ow! 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 Anyways, if you live under a rock, this car has a V10 and did the entire Nordschleife lap in 7 minutes and 14 seconds, which is a very respectable time. It's pretty common for some car manufacturers to use parts from other companies, but this is not something that I expected.
Și-a oprește-o încă o dată.
Since Mercedes is, or was, so good at building diesel engines, there have been hardcore fans that do stuff like this. It even sounds like a diesel engine. Ever wondered how 360 entries are pulled off while drifting? Basically, you need to transfer the weight to the front wheels in the middle of the drift initiation. Get the car tires spinning really quick, let the car spin and then let off the gas to regain traction. Easy. Recently I realized that the smoother a car's drivetrain is, the more reliable it usually tends to be. Because vibration is the biggest enemy in anything related to mechanical stuff. What doesn't make sense is the reliability of the Volkswagen 1.9 TDI. I had 2 cars with those engines and they didn't feel smooth at all. Yet the engine was bulletproof. Miatas are not easy to drift because of their short wheelbase. That's why I have massive respect to people that pull off stuff like this. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on here, so I will let you judge yourself. All you need to know that yes, this is a real place in northern Germany, a small city called Bad Doberan. Smooth, smoother, Nissan S13 in the rain. You think car guys in Japan are more composed and more strict? Well, think again. If you haven't seen this last month, you probably live under a rock. During a NASCAR race at Martinsville, Chastain was driving in 10th place, but to have enough points to compete in a race next week, he would need to gain a few positions. So in the last lap, he decided to do something we all tried in racing games. He just slammed the throttle and instead of braking for the last corner, he rolled the wall and gained 6 positions, which granted him the points he needed.
Chastain used the wall all the way around this racetrack.
What in the hell?
You know the Reliant Robin? Everyone does. One of my viewers has one, and he proves that it's actually pretty stable. For For those of you that don't know what a Reliant Robin is, it's basically a three-wheeler. Did I mention that it can do wheelies?
I'll talk to your face anyway.
A few episodes ago, we have seen the most badass burnout in this series. Now, get ready for the most painful one. If you know Saab, you probably know that they were quite proud of their jet fighter building heritage. So they obviously wanted to try something rather interesting. They modified a Saab 9000, removed the steering wheel and replaced the controls with a joystick on the center console, and then nicknamed the car Prometheus. As expected, Prometheus turned out to be just an experiment that proved that the steering wheel is not without a reason the best way to steer a car. With the joystick, it was simply not easy to stay smooth, because a slight move led to big changes in where the car was moving to. Also, having your arms on a joystick is much more tiring than placing them on a steering wheel.
Det är det här styrhandtaget som gör att man behöver inte så särskilt stora styrutslag, och det kan vi se på den här infällda bilden att föraren rör handen väldigt lite.
What is the coolest kind of cop? The one that allows a Ford Mustang GT500 to do a fat burnout right in front of him. Here is something that even Formula 1 fans rarely get to see. This is the start procedure from the driver's perspective. There are so many buttons to memorize, it's honestly insane.
Hard work, you need them to be stiff, but the drivers are really struggling to get the cars to do what they want as we ride on board.
Yeah,
this is fascinating, actually.
Yeah.
Let's listen and watch to this.
Yeah, lovely stuff.
What is much more impressive than doing a few donuts in your car? Letting your grandfather do it.
Vale! Toma ahí!
Not sure if this is car related, but it's insane footage. This is a train getting wrecked by a tornado back in 2008. Actually, it is car related, since the white tank you are about to see is carrying shock fluid. After the crash, the tank was leaking, but got quickly contained. Guess this car by the sound. No, it's not what you think. This is a Mercedes Sprinter with a 5-cylinder OM605 engine. For over 20 years, the land speed record is still held by the Thrust SSC. To this day, it is the only land vehicle to break the sound barrier after reaching 1,228 km or 763 miles per hour. Powered by two Rolls-Royce Spey 205 turbofan engines, it weighs over 10 tons fully fueled up. And another fun fact, this record was set exactly 1 day and half a century later, after the first ever man broke the sound barrier. It was Chuck Yeager in his Bell X-1 experimental rocket plane. Also, this is how Honda Civic drivers feel after putting a Monster Energy sticker on their car.
I would say that was fast.
30, it's a good here, did he? The interest press flickering. Seems to be under measured miles. Turners are still good. Excellent.
This is probably the saddest looking car out there. The 1990 Buick Rietta had pop-up headlights that made the entire car look a bit anxious. Also, compared to my Miata, the pop-up headlights kind of feel flimsy.
And down. And we'll go up one more time. And down.
The Red Bull Ring is located in a beautiful location in Austria, surrounded by mountains and forests. Do you know what also lives in the forests? Correct, deers. Kei cars are not exactly the best type of car for track days, but it is still super common to see them being pushed to the limit in Japan. The short wheelbase and narrow track, combined with a high center of gravity, will, you know, let them flip easily. A few months ago, the old Top Gear and now Grand Tour cast of Jeremy Clarkson, James May and Richard Hammett have been recording in my country, Poland. Even better, they visited my city of Krakow. These are the cars that they chose for the trip.
Ladies and
Some freshly married couples like cute wedding photos in exotic countries. Some of them like it simple, with their family. And some of them just know what actually matters in life: cars. That's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.
That doesn't make sense.